Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. This is part 3 of the beginner console table build. We'll be putting the base together in this one and getting the table fully assembled, ready for stain and finish. This table will be put together with pocket holes. It's a very approachable beginner level woodworking project, but it turns out amazing. So you guys enjoy. If you haven't caught part 1 and 2, go back and watch those as well. And thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for supporting the channel.
All right, so we're ready to connect our two end pieces together with our skirts, runners, whatever you want to call them. I've laid the actual tabletop up here because my workbench is only 4 foot and it transitions to my table saw, which gives me plenty of room to put this together. But the table saw is about a 1/2 inch higher than the work surface of my work table. So I laid the top up here, that way we get a flat surface to put these together on. Of course, we'll be looking to make sure we're all even and level before we put anything together. But here's the deal on this. You're going to have a 1/4 inch block to put under this skirt to raise it up 1/4 to give it that 1/4 inch reveal. I don't think I have anything anywhere, so I'm going to have to rig this back down and cut me some 1/4 inch spacers on my table saw. All right, so I'm set up. I've got my 1/4 inch spacer under there, and close enough to perfect for me. I've got a clamp on the back, that way when I drive my pocket holes in, the board won't kick that way, because it tries to do that on pocket holes. So we'll get that, get this in, put in the other end, and we'll slide this sucker around, do the bottom, and then we can flip it to do the top. So that one's in. We're good to go there. Now we move down to the other end. Right. Heck yeah. You just want to make sure that everything, when you put it together, it doesn't matter if you got a twisted board, as long as you're putting it together on a smooth, even surface, you'll be good. All right, we've got it spun around right here. When you're dealing with pocket holes, like I said earlier, they're a very strong joint, but you've got these heavy end pieces here. And when you go to turn this thing, especially when you're having to pick it up, you know, I've got my table saw over here with the fence. Table saw is higher than the table. Then I've got tabletop sitting here that I'm assembling on. Be very careful, because with those pocket holes being in there and the heavy ends, they will pull out. You'll break something. But once everything's put together with the pocket holes, it's one of the strongest joints ever. It's just, like I said, even doing mortise and tenon on the end of that that skirt piece there, even if you did mortise and tenon, it would still be weak if you're trying to move this thing around with these two heavy end pieces on it. Okay, so I've got the bottom runner on, and I've flipped it over. We're going to do the top and bottom on this side, and then we'll get the middle. So, because this table is so long, by the way, we got all our runners, stretchers, whatever you call it. Because it's so long, this middle section was actually sagging down a little bit, so I had to cut these supports to go in here. I'm still wondering how I'm gonna put them in there. I think pocket holes, maybe, I don't know. But I just took a measurement on this end from here to here. Same on the other end. It was 12 1/8. It's actually supposed to be 12 1/4. We might have got off somewhere, I don't know, but just cut it 12 1/8, put it in there, squeezed it together with a clamp, and right now I'm just trying to think of how I want to, and then of course I'll put another one down here on the bottom too. I cut two of them 12 1/8, but the bottom section is a little bit longer, so I'm gonna have to cut another one. So that's where we're at on that. So I decided to pocket hole these braces in here. I think it's going to look pretty good. You won't see the pocket holes. This will actually be the back of the shelf. It'll be against the wall. I've already pocket holed these two in here. I actually had to run back to Lowe's and get another 2x4 because the stretcher for the middle here was so warped I couldn't even get it to line up even remotely square, so I could try to sand it or plane it, whatever. So I decided to go ahead and replace it. So it's in there. I've got both braces cut. We're going to drill some pocket holes in them now, so that's what we're going to do next. I'm not even going to worry about hooking the dust collector up to the Craig on this one. We'll just drill these holes. Dead battery, maybe? Yep. This other one's got a little bit. Put those one on charge. Also cut some little feet for in the middle. That way we're on solid ground. It does no good to put any braces in there if you don't put a foot on the bottom of it. I'm going to take my round over on my router and round over the bottom of these legs. That helps prevent chip out, and when you're sliding the table across the floor, you know, inside your house. So let me get set up for that, and we'll be back in a minute.
So right here I'm gluing and brad nailing some 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch support pieces for my slats that are going to be my bottom shelf and my middle shelf.
So now we have come down to the slats for the middle and the bottom shelf. Let me grab you. Let me bring you over here. So here's our base fully assembled. We've got all our runners and skirts and everything in. Everything's good to go. Glued in these supports for our slats. And now we're gonna cut those slats. Let me see here. So our slats are going to be about 11 inches. About 11. I don't know if you can see it from there. Anyway, I'm going to cut them 11, and then we'll trim them up as we go along. And I'm going to set my stop block at 11 inches, and we'll go from there. So, let's grab a little stop block buddy here. That one don't quite fit, so said push it against that blade, push it where it deflects the blade a little bit. Just enough off of there to make this go in and fit. Here's your slats and your table. So my wife decided she wanted the X's on each end of this to match her coffee table and end tables. At first we weren't going to do the X's, and then she decided, you know, she wanted everything to match. So I actually built those off camera. I've got them sitting over here. All right, so I didn't film me staining this big ass table, but you can see the ends of it. Got the X, put the X's in, got the top put on, got it stained. I'm actually waiting on the top to finish drying with the stain so I can get this thing finished. I'm going to spray it with lacquer. Lacquer is my go-to finish because it leaves a beautiful finish and it dries fast. So I can put, you know, I could do this finish in one day, put multiple coats on it. It'll dry in about 15 minutes. And then once we start spraying lacquer, we'll come back and I'll let you catch me doing that.
If you feel like I've earned it, I'd really like you to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. It really helps us grow and helps us reach more people, and it tells YouTube, hey, I like this, I want to see more like it. Not just from me, but from other creators as well. Until next time, stay safe, keep making sawdust.